Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who've always been around, and if you're new, hello, my name is Tilly. Yeah, jump on board. I want to do a quick video today. It's going to be a long but short one, as always. Yeah, I want to talk about how to identify a good friend. I know for me personally, it took me a while to be able to discern between good friends, fake friends, and people who are meant to be like the scaffolding and not actually part of the building, as in me, part of me for the long term. So yeah, it took me a while to determine that. So I just want to be able to help somebody, through this video to be able to determine who's a good friend or a lifetime friend and who's just a seasonal friend passing through it, or somebody who's just going to be like, I don't know, a fake friend, I suppose, or somebody who's going to be more like an acquaintance, and you have to be able to determine or ascertain what the difference is, and keep them in their place, so to speak, I suppose. So then you don't expect too much of people when they're around you. So yeah, I'm just going to go through that one first point. I've got like notes written down in front of me so I don't forget what I'm going to say, and obviously to help me keep this video short. First way to identify who a good friend is when the person gives you the benefit of the doubt and knows that you don't have any evil intentions towards them. I think it's important that somebody in your life who's going to be a good friend or a lifetime friend understands this, and when you know that this person is always going to give you the benefit of the doubt, it assures you that they trust you and they respect you and they're loyal to you and they're always going to have your back. So that is an important thing to know and note, for the future, really. And another thing is to know that they will support you emotionally and in other ways as well, and they can also support you financially. Whenever you need help, they should be able to come to your aid. I think for me, that's been one thing that's helped me define who a good friend is. If you can support me emotionally and in other ways and financially, and you can cover my inadequacies and my flaws when I need any help, then to me, you're a good friend. You're solid. I need to keep you around for a long time. Another thing is when the person listens to you and offers godly counsel. For me, I'm a Christian, so it's very important. And for my friends who are not Christians, I still gauge the kind of advice and weigh it to be able to, know whether they're giving me, sound or solid advice or not. I mean, if it's not good, then, or you keep giving me bad advice over time, it just makes me question, where your head is at and what your assignment is in my life, really. Another one is when the person respects your family, your people, and your background. I need people who are going to be in my life who are going to respect my parents, my siblings, my extended family, my background, my culture. And yeah, they're literally just going to be respecting me all around, and that's very important for me. Obviously, if I can reciprocate that, that's great for them, and they can also find a good friend in me. So that's another important thing to look out for as well. I think somebody who spends reasonable time with you, obviously don't be overbonding. Let's just say if the person spends enough time with you that they appreciate your friendship, they want to spend time with you, then to me that's a quality friend or a good friend that you need to keep around. You don't want a friend that's just a bum and it's just like perching all year round, but at the same time you want somebody who spends considerable amount with you, time with you, so that they actually care about you, they value your friendship, they value being around you, and they value what you bring into their life. So that's also another thing for you to look out for, those of you who are friends right now and are still in the stage of determining whether they're good friends or not. I think another thing I want to mention is for the person to speak your love language. There is a book about the 5 love languages, and I know it's not all going to be relevant in this stage, but if you haven't read that book, find that book. By the way, it's just called The 5 Love Languages, I believe, but I can't remember the name of the author. I think it's quality time and words of affirmation and a few other things, but you don't need some of the elements in it. But if you can find somebody who speaks one of that language, then you know that you have like a quality friend or somebody who you can gel with properly. So to me, that would be a good friend. But you don't need the physical touch and all of that stuff. That's not necessary unless this goes beyond friendship for you, and obviously you're looking for it to be more, then hey, you consider the other options as well. But I'm talking about this platonic relationships here, ideally for this video. Okay. I think for somebody, another reason is way to identify a good friend is also somebody who defends you in your absence and speaks well of you, but corrects you to your face. Or when you're just with them, they correct you and they be like, okay, what you did was wrong. But when you're not around, they will defend your character and they will try and vouch for your character and, you know, tell people that you're a good person despite your flaws or whatever mistake that you made. So I suppose, yeah, in a better way to phrase it, somebody who defends you in your absence but corrects you to your face. That is a good friend to me. Another way to identify a good friend is also somebody who tells you the truth 100% in respect and in love, even if it's gonna hurt your feelings. Yeah, I think some of my good friends have been the people who have done this for me, and the people who can tell me that you did something wrong, that wasn't appropriate, that was so wrong. Honestly, check yourself, like, think about it. Those people are the people that I value because they just make me consider my ways and be a bit more reflective about how I say things, how I think about things, how I approach people, and, you know, just you know, to help me not go around doing crazy things, you know, really, and that's important for me. Another way to identify a good friend is also by choosing somebody who doesn't use you. And use can be a bit, it's a bit delicate, it's a bit of a delicate word because it can present itself in several different ways. But for me, I think somebody who doesn't, I don't know, use you as a person, who's at their beck and call, I think that's the phrase, I'm not sure, but somebody who doesn't take you for granted and yeah, just doesn't use you as and when they want, and they value your time, they value whatever you bring to the table, and they just don't, I don't know, take you for granted, really. So they shouldn't be using you for the things that you have, but they should actually value you based on the quality of who you are and your character and essentially who you are, yeah, the depths of you, rather than, oh, you've got more money, so yeah, let's benefit from you, or you've got this, let's benefit from you. Nah. You don't want people like that in your friends. They are not good friends. They are users, and that's a different thing altogether. I think another thing is for somebody who points you to God and reminds you of who you are. Again, I'm a Christian, so somebody who reminds you that you are, you know, I don't know, royal priesthood, you're a chosen generation, you're a special person, you are like a child of God, you're a special person, so you can't just be doing things anyhow. They always bring you back home to the person you are and remind you that, you know, you're a child of God, and obviously you have to conduct yourself in an honorable way. For me, that is a good friend. If you can remind me of that, I rate you, man. So yeah, that's another thing. I think somebody who also makes you feel like your true self and doesn't make you feel like, oh, you're compromising yourself. Like, I don't want a friend that will take me to places or start making me watch movies and doing things that I would naturally not choose when I'm by myself. If I'm having to compromise myself when I'm around you just to be friends with you or to make you happy with me, you're not a good friend to me, and I need to, you know, assess, you know, your position in my life or the role you're playing in my life. So for those of you out there, this is some of the things that you need to consider. Otherwise, you're just shooting yourself in the foot, really. I think the last but one point that I'm going to talk about is somebody who gets you a sense of humor and forgives you easily and quickly. I want a friend that I can say almost anything to and they will not be offended with me, or they will not cut me off because I said something or because I joked about something. Like, I have to get their banter, yeah? Me and them have to, like, gel, and, like, we have to laugh together about certain things, and we have to find similar things funny. Or, yeah, our sense of humor has to be the same, really. And when you've got that, you just know that you and that person is, like, is going to be banter. Yeah, and to me that's important. Like, that's a good friend. If I can't laugh with you, I don't know, mate. And finally, I want to mention this point that you need somebody who can love you unconditionally. Okay, I think if you're looking for the definition of love, a good place to go to if you are a Christian is 1 Corinthians 13:4. Of course, it's got a lot of components that can be relevant to, like, I don't know, relationships, into parental love, to sibling love, and other types of love. But for purely platonic, that's a good way and place to start. Somebody who just gets you, loves you, respects you, just approaches you with respect and deals with you in a forgiving manner, and just allows you to be yourself, and you just flow well. I think for me, if you can define love, or you can understand love from that perspective, or from your relationship with that person, then you know that it's love. So like I said, I've gone through enough points for you to reflect on your life, and to see the kind of people that to assess the kind of people that are in your life right now, and to know whether they're good friends or bad friends, whether they're fake friends or acquaintances or whatever, or frenemies or whatever. Look around, think about some of the things that you have heard from here, and look about consider like 5 people in your life that you would call good friends, and if they have these qualities, I think you're on a roll here. So yeah, for those of you who are confused, this is your standard. It's not compulsory, obviously. It's just a suggestion and things that I've come to realize as an adult now. So yeah, just some things to consider. A good friend is a good friend is a good friend, and a good friend to keep for life. So yeah, look around, assess people, and know where you are with them, and also think about it. Are you a good friend? Can somebody choose you? Just something to think about. So yeah, I hope this video is helpful to somebody as always, and I hope more and more people share this video, and more people benefit from this video. So yeah, I'll see you in my next one as usual. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.